everybody, welcome back to Clever TV. I'm Jocelyn Davis with my partner in crime, Dana Ward.
Hey guys.
And today we are super excited to have joining us for the first time actually in the studio, Maddie Hasson from Twisted. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We are excited to have you.
And it's really perfect timing because there's about to be even more drama on the show. The finale's coming up.
I know, I'm excited.
But it's perfect timing for people who haven't had a chance to tune in because on the next episode, it's going to be like a recap. And I know we were sort of talking before the camera started rolling about all of the many things that are going on the show. Do you ever find it hard to like filter through like, okay, wait, what's going on? Who is this person? What's their history?
I was telling you, I watched the episode, last Tuesday's episode, last night. Today's Thursday? Yeah, I watched it last night and was watching it, and I kept finding myself being like, I have no idea what's going on in the show. I did not remember this happening at all. What? They did that? But yeah, it gets really confusing. So yes, yeah, it does.
So what are some things that fans should know? Like, where are we at with Joe? What's going on with Danny? Like, what do we need
the
to
love
know?
triangle.
Yeah.
The love triangle. Well, the love triangle is not in a good place right now. We left off the last episode with Lacey and Danny and Joe really just kind of all separated for the first time in the season. Like, they began the season, all of them very much separated and on their own, and then they all slowly got together. And Lacey and Danny definitely got together, but we're both, we start out the last episode very much against him, and then I end it watching a video of Lacey and Danny making out.
And it was
Can you imagine being a girl in high school with a crush?
No, it's
and watching that?
heartbreaking.
so sad. I felt it.
Cut it, brother.
You should. That's in the finale episode.
Cut it up.
But I feel like you had this scene during the school hearing where, oh my gosh, we're all tearing up with you. What's it like when you're shooting those emotional scenes? Do you enjoy those?
I love that scene. Yeah, what's cool about that scene is that we were all having trouble with the dialogue where Joe says that she basically loves Danny. And they didn't know how they wanted to do it, and my mom was on set that day. She was visiting, which was really cool for me.
Fun.
I got to just be like, can you guys just let me try something and come up with it in the moment? So when she's like, I'm falling, I got to just like come up with that. So that's why I felt it a lot more because I was just
like improvising
doing it in the moment. Yeah.
Wow.
We've been through a lot since he got back. It hasn't all been easy.
What do you mean it hasn't been easy?
To believe in him, to trust him. But in the end, I can't turn away from him. He's just the most amazing person. I mean, how could he be this bad person if I'm falling?
That was one of my favorite scenes to shoot. I love that scene.
You could really feel it, and unfortunately, we now know that Danny has unfortunately been expelled from school. How is that going to affect the season finale? Are we going to see any redemption for this poor guy?
He has to come back.
The season finale leaves everything off very open-ended. There's a cliffhanger literally in every situation. Nothing is really resolved. Yeah.
And even though we did see the Lacey-Danny hookup, I still feel like there's still hope for Joe and Danny.
Well, I think
No,
she's
you
like,
don't think so?
I mean, the way we were left with this last episode and the whole video thing.
wow,
I
you're
don't
totally
know.
Team Daisy, aren't you?
Are we shipping now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
There are ship
There are
names.
shippers, girl. There
I go on
are.
Tumblr. I check it out.
Yeah, what are
I know
they?
what's what.
Which ones do you like?
There's Daisy, which is Lacey and Danny. There's Janny, which is Joe and Danny, which that name is ridiculous. Janny. There's
Like
Chico, which is Rico and
Love
Joe.
him, by the way.
He is
Hilarious.
He's awesome. And then there's Jyler, which is Joe and Tyler.
Yes.
So it really makes Joe look like she gets around.
Girl gets
There's
around.
only one for
Popular.
Lacey.
She is just popular. The boys like her.
Well, she likes the
She's
boys,
not
too.
getting around too much.
She's just figuring it out, you guys.
It's true. And you know what? Speaking of figuring it out, we've definitely seen Joe grow a lot this season.
Yeah.
How would you elaborate on that? Where do you think she started and where do you think she is now?
Well, I think she started in a place where she kept mostly to herself and didn't realize what she was missing in her life or that she was missing anything at all. And then Danny comes back and all these feelings from her childhood come up. And then she discovers that she might have a different kind of feeling for him. And so she has her first crush and starts dressing differently and wants to be pretty and wants to be seen in a different way by him and is just struggling to figure out how she can do that. And I think that she's just going to continue to evolve in that way, especially where the last episode will leave us off with her. She makes a really rash decision that will change her as a character, but more so as a woman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So she makes a really rash decision. I wouldn't have made it, but she did it. She did it. I wouldn't have made it.
Well, the great thing for Twisted fans is that you guys did get picked up for the second half of the season. So have you heard like what's going to happen with your storyline? Have you read any scripts? Or what would you like to see happen with Joe?
I've asked them and they're keeping it like really under wraps. Maybe it's because they don't know what they're going to do yet, or maybe it's because it's like really cool. I don't know.
We actually have a theory. We talked to Gray Damon recently. He's
crazy.
He's hilarious, and we've had him on the show before. We saw him down at Comic-Con, and he basically teased us that his character is dying.
Let's look at this reaction.
What do you think?
You guys.
That Archie's dead. Is someone gonna die on the show?
It could definitely happen because I feel like the next leg of the season we're going to be taking a lot more risks. That's just my feeling about it. I feel like it could definitely, that's a possibility. But can't listen to anything that Gray says. He loves to flirt with you guys.
You heard that.
Okay, so he's
loves
not
to
dying
flirt.
in the finale episode.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Is anyone dying in the finale episode?
There could be blood. People could die.
This is what Gray did when he told us. He just looked at us and like,
in the background just like...
Gray just looked at us like this. We should actually show this clip.
That's just a great cast. I'm gonna miss that cast. See if they don't bring me back. You know, if I'm dead or not. You know, who knows?
He just looked at us and said something like this and just winked his eyes.
Did he
about it.
wink 1,000 times?
Yes.
And he
mentions
does
that.
that.
I don't understand it.
So we believed it. So we had to get the truth from you.
Yeah.
I might die.
Well, I hope not. That would be
I'm
really
looking at all the
twisted.
comments.
though.
Is there a particular scene you're looking forward to viewers seeing in this finale episode?
There is one scene in the last episode which is really fun for me and Avon to shoot. It's just between the two of us, and it's very, very intense. Very intense.
And it's got to be awesome working with Avon. I know, we've been following him for a long time, and he's just such a cool guy. You guys all seem to be friends, all of the whole cast. You guys have a big cast. What's it like working with such a cool, young, talented group? By the way, everyone on ABC Family is so attractive. What's that like?
No joke.
Is it rough?
Well, it's like I see some of the people from the other shows out in public and I'm like, should I say hi? I don't know. Because I'm like, I watch ABC Family too, so I'm also kind of like a fan. And then I'm like, but we're a family, so I could say hi and then we could start dating, but
Okay,
They're
who's your
probably like
ABC
30.
Family crush then?
I don't know all of their names.
So many options.
It's just everyone's really beautiful. And everyone that I've met and talked to are really good people, which is nice to
Agreed.
be around.
Yeah. Agreed.
Which other ABC Family show would you love to maybe guest star on?
Ooh. Let me think.
Would you want to go supernatural with maybe
Ravenswood.
Ravenswood, go
heard about
dramatic with PLL,
I
have
could
a
do-
sister on Switched at Birth?
I could do any of it. Though I have met a few people from Baby Daddy.
They're hilarious.
Oh, they are so funny.
They're really fun.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what
And
happens.
I'm still waiting if someone's going to die on this finale episode of
She's
Twisted.
really trying to get it out of you.
I really feel like this is going to happen.
Danny might die.
And then the show is over. Then the show ends.
the show ends. We have no show left.
Wait, but I'm so sorry. Earlier, I totally cut you off when you were going to talk about the future, or if there's a future for Joe and Danny.
It really just depends on what happens next, and just just where the chemistry falls and where it naturally goes. I think there's definitely a possibility of that.
Okay, we're in.
She's being vague again.
We like it. We like it. Okay, last question. What are the top 5 things that fans need to know leading into the finale? I'll put my hand up.
Lists. Why'd you do this?
Make a list. Check it twice.
Joe's hair, not gonna straighten it.
Love Joe's hair.
2, Avin's hair, still gonna look amazing. Every second of the
Love.
day. Rico makes a huge confession.
Rico. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's so funny. I love him.
Joe makes a huge confession. And let's see.
You only have one more. Pick wisely.
It's gonna be really twisted.
Oh.
I use that so much in interviews.
I bet you do.
They're just like, oh, you're so funny.
We love it though. We can't get enough.
You can do that. It's season 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Season 6, I hope
can't
you're
be
still
cheesy.
saying it though. I hope you are still saying it season 6.
Well, Maddie, thanks for coming by the studio. It's nice to have you here, and everybody's loving the show. It's got to feel great. Like, I know you got to interact with some of the fans out at the Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Are you still like getting used to the fandom?
They're really excited about it. I've never been that excited about a TV show. It's really cool. I don't know how to react to it.
Well, you guys deserve it. Congratulations on the,
congrats on the
rest
show.
of the season. Also,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And you guys out there know that we will be keeping you posted on all things Twisted. So stick with us right here on Clever TV. I'm Jocelyn Davis with Dana Ward and Maddie Hasson. We'll see you next time.